Today, we get down with the lingo with Katlehong-born Caroline Mako.
My dream is to become a linguistic anthropologist.
Whoa, there's a career like that out there?
To be a linguistic anthropologist or to be an anthropologist, you really have to be interested in society.
Linguistic anthropology explores how our language shapes how we communicate as a person or as part of a group. And when Caroline meets her coach, she'll begin to understand how we use our whole body to talk. This is how we roll on Made in SA. We celebrate young people of excellence and give them a kickstart on the road to making their dream a reality.
My name is Caroline Mako. I'm 22 years of age and I live in Katlehong. I love reading and watching TV, but mostly I love dancing and doing some little research on my own and spending time with family. I would describe myself as a very too much of an understanding person, and I'm a very outgoing person. I'm a go-getter. Everything I want in life, I go for it. My dream is to become a linguistic anthropologist. I didn't know that I wanted to follow this career path at first. Growing up, I wanted to be a doctor, I wanted to be a lawyer at some point, I wanted to be a chartered accountant at some point. So I was a bit confused growing up. But then when I started reading Arabic books and Hebrew books, I started actually having a passion for languages. Like, I want to know more. That's when the passion started developing. When I got to UJ and found out that there's actually a career that you can take in languages, it was awesome for me. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just do this. I just decided to go forth with it.
Caroline's passion for languages has made her read and explore different languages and helped her excel in her studies at university.
The most special people in my life is my family, because they are my support system. They support my dreams, my visions, my decisions. They support everything I do, literally. They are the most important people. My friends as well.
My name is Alina Mako. Caroline is my daughter. Caroline ana holane le ngwana na rata bapala le bana ba bang. Ana friendly. I see ngwana na rata ulwana. A rata ho bala. A rata ho bapala haholo di gaming, na rata sports. Na rata netball sekolong. A rata ho ngolo ho matha. Ai, ke ntho tse ne ke di tseba ka ena tseo. Na di rata ho di etsa.
My name is Maria Pofa. Caroline is my friend and we've been friends for like more than 10 years now.
My name is Lewang Khrief. We've been friends for more than plus minus 12 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Caroline is a fun person. She's kind, she's ambitious, she likes exploring things, and she's someone you can relate to. She's more of a sister figure more than a friend.
Caroline is someone that you can trust, someone you can talk to, someone you can be open to. What I love about Caroline, she's kind, she's someone that I can count on, she's someone that I can be with. When I'm with her, I just become myself. It's one thing that I love about her.
She's ambitious. Caroline is someone who thinks more about her future. She's got dreams. She's one who will never give up. She'll go until the end in whatever that she's doing. Another thing that I like about her is that she's adventurous, more like me. She's bubbly. She's a free-spirited person. Caroline's dream of becoming a linguistic anthropologist, honestly, I didn't even know what it is until she told me about it. That's when I also became interested in it, started asking her what it is, and then she told me it has to do with research in terms of languages and all the other things. I think she can achieve being a linguistic anthropologist if she does what she has to do, continue going to school, study hard, make herself proud, make us all proud, and then yeah, she can achieve her dream.
this is what I love to do. This is who I am, basically. So my dream of actually being a linguistic anthropologist and actually researching and finding out, the connection that we have in different societies, our cultures. My passion to be different and being very curious, it drove me to that passion of wanting to know more. Yeah.
Ke a tseba gore na o batla ba eng mara e batla e nthatafalla gobane ke mantswe a segolo like ke understanding le go bitsa lentswe le gona ka re as long yana e le ntho ya e ratang le nna ke thabe as long fela a ka tswela pele ka yona ntho eo le nna ke a e thabela.
I think it's important to follow one's dream because who else's dream can you follow, really? I think because when you love what you're doing, it doesn't feel like work. So for me, I followed this career because I knew that it's not going to feel like work. To do something that you love, it doesn't feel like work. It's something you feel fulfilled when you're actually doing it. So that's why I chose it. To become a linguistic anthropologist, you have to be passionate about language. That's the first thing that you need to be passionate about. And another thing, you have to be passionate about people, the society. Because without people, I don't think, animals can talk. They make sounds, but they can't talk. So you have to be also interested in people to actually be able to want to study this.
Samma, sepela o ye pele.
Re ikgantsha ka wena, Samma. Make us proud. All the best. We love you.
After the break, Caroline's coach will challenge her love for people and language to see just how well she reads between the lines. She'll need to be on top of her game and have her Zulu, English and gesture interpretation in check. Welcome back to Made in SA, the show that gets behind Mzansi's go-getters. Earlier, we met Katlehong's sweetheart Caroline, the girl who wants to learn how to read people through linguistic anthropology. Who said you have to be a psychic to know what people are really saying? To see how well she can read between the lines, Caroline's ready to meet her coach.
I'm Alice Avondale, and I am an academic, and I specialize in linguistic anthropology. You have to really have passion and joy what you do. You have to have an interest in the construct of society and how people and how society kind of functions, and really have an intrigue to find out what makes people do what they do. So anthropology is really the study of people. So how do people interact on a day-to-day basis? Where do we come from? What are our origins? Where are we going? Linguistic anthropology is really looking at how language is constructed within society, how different people have different ways of constructing their language. And this is particularly interesting within our own South African context. We have a very diverse array of people and languages. So for example, one speaks Zulu. When you move into a different context, that Zulu can change. Kasi and languages like that are all constructed from various people interacting together and coming up with ways of having a understandable sort of communication together. And the biggest misconception is that studying a BA per se is directing you to a specific job title. Meantime, it's actually not, really. It's giving you many skills that you can apply in many areas. I love my job because it's really finding out the nitty-gritties of how us humans function and what we do and why we do what we do. And I think that's really fascinating.
I feel very excited today. I just can't wait to learn. I just want more. I'm just hungry. I'm thirsty for the information I'm going to get today. What I'm hoping to achieve today is I get what exactly is happening in the field. A lot of people just choose a career not knowing exactly what is happening in the field. So my specific goal for today is to get exactly what's happening. How do I go forward? After finishing my degree, where do I go? Who do I contact?
Hello. Hello, good morning, Caroline. How are you?
I'm good, and
Very
yourself?
nice to meet you. And I'm going to be your coach. So have a seat.
Thank you.
And tell me a bit about yourself. How did you find out about anthropology and linguistic anthropology and develop a real interest? It's really very nice.
Well, it first started when I read a Hebrew book. And I couldn't read it. I just picked it up and I'm like, what would happen if I could actually read this book? So, Hebrew is much more related to culture and whatnot. So I'm like, okay, let me just put these two together because, with anthropology you study humans holistically and with linguistics you study the language. So if I could match language and culture, it's an interest of mine.
I'm really, really excited. That's wonderful. And South Africa, we have such a diverse population and language groups and linguistic backgrounds. And to look at communication interactions is really interesting. And to see how language plays out in society as a construct is really quite interesting. So where do you see yourself going with sort of linguistic anthropology?
That's my dream. I want to become a linguistic anthropologist. Yeah, I really want to break into it. And there are many black linguistic anthropologists. So I'm like, you know what, if there isn't none, let me be the first one, why not?
Great. So Caroline, your challenge for today is to look at how language is used in the classroom, how teachers use non-verbal and verbal communication and what they do together. So I would like you to observe and film the lesson that's going to take place just now. While you're observing the lesson, just remember to look out for how they're engaging together, what gestures are they using, what verbal and how are they actually engaging, what is going on. And that's all I'm going to tell you for now. Okay, and while you're observing, you're going to need to film the lesson. And then after we film, you're going to download it and then watch it again and look out for specific points. So in essence, why are we doing this? So language within the classroom is a very important area to focus on. It's a part of linguistic anthropology, so language in society. And how do these play out within different contexts, different environments, and different teachers and different linguistic backgrounds? Okay. Caroline, so are you ready for your challenge?
Yes, I am.
Great, let's go.
People of different cultural and linguistic backgrounds use language and gestures differently. Like here, when we say hi, we wave, but in Japan, they bow. Caroline has to observe and record a Zulu lesson to see how the teacher's gestures will affect how well her second language Zulu student will understand her words.
Thank you for doing this today and thank you for teaching the lesson. And Caroline, here's your camera. Will you turn it on and start observing and filming the lesson? Okay.
Yeah, ingenza ngizizwe ngisaba ngithukile kancane.
If today happens to be something I don't like or there's some sort of disappointment in it, I always say life happens as you live it. Dig further. Want more information? I cannot let anything to break me down. Not now.
Le kumele uyifunde emnandi.
Okay.
Ibhalwe abantu abahlukahlukene abakhuluma ngonathi nakasa.
Okay.
Yebo. Uyakwazi wena?
Mina?
Yeah.
What?
Ukufunda izincwadi ezi.
Mina angithandi.
Ufunda eyodwa uqede uqale enye futhi. Uma ngikahle ngizofunda incwadi enzima ekhuluma ngomlando nezinto ezinjalo. So ngiyakwazi ukufunda ngesikhathi esisodwa. Futhi kumnandi.
Caroline got a lovely personality and I really like Caroline. She's great and I think when she started, I think she was a little unsure of what to do and how to go about it and why on earth would one look at communication and tools of communication, verbal, non-verbal. I mean, why pay attention to that? And I think she really sort of, by the end of it, I think she got it. And I think she's got lots of potential. Caroline, I think that's a good amount of data. You can stop filming and go and have a look at it. Thank you for your wonderful lesson.
Pleasure.
Thank you guys.
Okay, so Caroline, you're now going to analyze your film that you've just filmed, the conversation of the two people. So, well, you have a seat here, and you're going to download your video. You're going to put your video camera on here, download the video. You're then going to watch it. watch it once and then watch it again and write down, so transcribe a bit of what you're watching and what you're hearing, okay? Once you've done that, have a read through what I've written here, and also on your activity sheet, it's on the computer, have a look through that of what you should really look out for. So look at the how they communicate, what types of gestures they use, and what do you think the gestures did for their speech. So during that interaction, so the one participant was a second language Zulu speaker, the other participant was a first language mother tongue Zulu speaker. So how did that interaction, how did it vary based on the different linguistic backgrounds?
After the break, Caroline will reveal exactly what she was able to observe. Welcome back to Made in SA, the show that big ups Mzansi's youngest dreamers. Today, culture enthusiast and aspiring linguistic anthropologist Caroline is working with her coach to see if she's skilled enough to determine how gesture can confuse or help the interpretation of spoken words. But first, Caroline must see if she herself followed the conversation. Luckily, she recorded it on camera.
How's it all going?
It's going okay. It's very interesting.
Okay, good. Have you got any questions?
I do, because the second language speaker of Zulu, her representation of gestures is very different to the first language speaker of Zulu. So although they're saying the same thing, but their gestures are different. So how do you go on about that?
Oh, okay, so their gestures in relation to what they say.
Yeah, because they might be saying a lot, but then another one represents a lot in a different gesture and another one in another gesture.
I chose this challenge for Caroline because I feel it really gives her a broader understanding of kind of linguistic anthropology and expose her to some of what it's all about. I must say that education and language and gestures where my expertise lie. To look at language is really quite interesting, and the sort of social constructs of a language lesson and how gesture plays out in a language lesson is really quite different to how a mathematics teacher uses gesture or communicates to children. So to look at it from that perspective is really quite interesting. Now it's about half an hour left and then we'll see you upstairs. Okay, good.
When I first started, I was a bit nervous because I did not know what to expect. I knew there was going to be a challenge, but I did not know what type of the challenge is going to be. So I was a bit nervous, but when I was actually doing it, I got to ease up a bit, and Alice helped me throughout the process, and it got a little easier as we went by.
Spoke about variety of interesting
and you
things.
did some interesting
Gestures. Yeah.
and interaction. Cool. Yeah.
Cool.
No, it was cool.
Thank you for allowing us to live.
Absolute pleasure.
The conversation and everything. I've noticed a lot of things. I picked up a lot of gestures as you guys are actually being involved in the conversation, especially the pointing gestures, when you pointed towards the paintings, when you wanted to show her, okay, I'm referring to this painting, I'm referring to that painting. So I appear that your gestures mostly were to to refer to something. And most gestures that you use were to emphasize information. Like, okay, because this is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
In Zulu, you want to say this.
Yes,
So
yes.
when you want to emphasize something, you actually make
Use a
those
lot
hand,
of this, yeah.
those hand movements.
Yeah.
I think they're very spontaneous. I don't think you actually think
No,
about
I
them as
don't at
you do.
all. Not at all. So it's interesting to listen to how you saw them because
So did you notice any representational, iconic type of gestures?
I did.
Emblematic type?
There were iconic gestures. Iconic gestures are gestures when you actually use to represent something that you're saying.
Okay.
Like you can say a small box.
Yes,
So
and
when
then
you
you
go,
do that,
you
yeah.
know, a box, that's an iconic gesture. You represent something.
Yes.
And you use a lot of emblems where you actually say, okay, that's right, that's okay. You know, an emblem is a gesture that can stand on its own.
You can have the universal shape, but can mean very different different representations in different contexts,
yeah.
different places.
Yeah.
It's the same as the handshake, you know, the handshake gesture. In different countries, in different cultures, they mean a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Exactly, and are done very differently.
They're done very differently.
And also in different parts of a conversation, there would be a different form of greeting as well.
Yeah.
What I noticed about the pointing gestures that you did with the second language speaker is that when you point, you use your finger. When with her, she uses both hands and
Yeah.
thumbs up. Like
Yes.
that is a
Yeah.
painting. When
Yeah.
you go like that is
That.
a painting. That is a painting.
Yeah.
So I was asking Alice if that is culture related or anything like that.
I think it's teacher related maybe.
Maybe you think it's teacher related.
Yeah, it's like, you know, when you teach students and you want to refer to a specific object that you're discussing and say that one over there so that
It's
they
a
know.
referential
Yeah.
point to,
Yeah.
to a location.
Yeah.
When I was presenting back to Cynthia and Alice, I felt that I was ready to present. I analyzed the video. I went through the information that Alice gave to me. So when I actually went back to present back to them, I knew exactly what I was talking about. Alice, she helped me when she guided me through everything. So when I presented back to them, it was just me giving back what they actually taught me in a way. So I was analyzing it, putting it in my own words and my own views. So it was very interesting. With gestures, it's more of conveying more than what you said. It's more information.
Do you think always though?
No, not always. I don't think it's always the case whereby when you're gesturing, you're conveying.
Because I don't think it's as simple as that. And I think in what we're doing now gives a very simplistic idea of communication and of the role of gesture. Caroline, I think, really has the potential to be a great researcher, to really take this further one day if she does, but at the moment she shows really great potential. She takes initiative, she really goes one step beyond what she needs to, and I think that's really very important for succeeding in this world. I think Caroline could maybe just work on asking more questions, not being afraid of asking questions, just being a little more confident about what she is doing and what she's going to execute.
A little bit that I did today, but I actually got a feel of how you actually go about analyzing small things as gestures, which people don't actually pay attention to, that they actually matter in the conversation. So I'm very, very thankful for this opportunity.
Good. Well, thank you, Caroline, for being interested in it. It's really cool and really great. And even though you did a small analysis today, I think you've learned a lot. And I think it's good to create this awareness on the importance of communication in a whole, well-rounded, holistic way as well. So good, thank you, and thank you, Cynthia.
Thank you so much, guys. I've also learned quite a lot today. I had never paid attention to.
Today has helped me get closer to my dream because not only did I meet a linguistic anthropologist, I got to work with her. So I got that information, that a little bit of experience into the field. So it got me closer to my dream in a way of getting the information, getting a taste of what it's like to be in the field. So that helped me a lot.
Hear you loud and clear, verbally and non-verbally.